Hi, this is Mary Kay again from Backbone Valley Nursery in beautiful Marble Falls, Texas. It's past Thanksgiving and almost Christmas, and we're thinking about decorating our homes. Many people like to put a wreath on their door or somewhere in their house, and you might have a little hesitation on decorating it. And I'm today going to talk to you about decorating with collected items from your yard, your neighborhood, things that you don't have to pay for. You can find some very pretty things out in nature that will really embellish your wreath. We start out with a pretty bow, which you might want to make yourself or purchase, and locate it on the wreath. And you can locate it anywhere really on the wreath. You can put it on the top, which is traditional. You can put it on the side, or you can put it on the bottom. Wherever you put your bow, generally you're going to want to put sprays of foliage out from the bow in both directions. So I'm going to show you what I've collected from around the nursery that I think will look good in this wreath. These are little gem magnolia leaves. These are seed pods from another type of Claudia Wanamaker magnolia. Very pretty. These are pine cones. I have some Arizona cypress tips. Rosemary smells so good that you can add little bits in there and it will add to the fragrance of your wreath. These are bur oak acorns, very large acorns. You can actually spray them with a glitter spray if you choose, or you can leave them natural. We also have a snow spray that you can use on either things like these pine cones, or you can use it on parts of the wreath itself if you desire. I also found some pretty gray, blue-gray olive branches, and they look very good against this foliage on the Fraser fir wreath as well. Sometimes I like to put a little jingle in my wreath, and we'll have a little bell. You'll also want to have some florist wire and some wire cutters. And I'm going to show you how to put together just a basic wreath. You can use your imagination. Everybody's going to do it differently, but if you have things that you like that have different textures, colors, and forms, you're going to have a lot of contrast in that wreath, and it's going to look real pretty. First thing I'm going to do is get some of these magnolia branches, and really you don't need to use wire on most of these things. You can tuck them up. Now I did wire the bow on, but you can tuck these up into the wreath and they're going to remain there. And I'm going to put a spray out this way as well. And sometimes you may need to trim some of the leaves if they're too big. I took the bottom leaves off of these so that we wouldn't we'd have a good stem to put in there. Then you want to get some contrast in there, and these are red oak leaves that have turned color this fall, and I can tuck these up underneath what I've already done and just continue my spray coming out this way. And then of course I'd want to continue the color a little bit, maybe have it go to the, you can have it go to the inside or the outside, just to give it a little bit of color there. Now you can quit there if you like, or if you'd like to, when you have your bur oak acorns, I take a piece of wire and wrap it around, leaving a little bit hanging out, get it down as close as you can, and then wrap it several times, and then bring this one piece that you've left out up and twist it. And that keeps it very, very tight. And then you can wire this to the wreath. And I have some others. I like to use odd numbers. So I have 3 of these here. I'm not going to wire them, but you can just imagine that I am. And I will put 3 in here and place them where I think they need to go. And you can see these have been sprayed with a little bit of the glitter paint. It just makes them pop with the gold on the bow. You can also add some other elements. I might add that the magnolia seed pods can also be spray painted. I like them natural because they have these pretty red seeds in them. And if I wanted just to tuck one in there, I could put some wire on it as well, but I'm just going to show you it's going to stay like that. And then from there, you may want to quit, or you can keep on embellishing. And you can see if you wanted to embellish a little bit more with this, or with even with a little bit of the blue. Isn't that pretty? So we don't need to do too much. If we want to add some of the rosemary in here for fragrance, we can do that. It's not going to add much color because you can see it's about the same color. But usually I like to use trios of material. And there's just a little spray right there. It's going to be wired in just to kind of balance it. You might want to also come down with that, and maybe this is where we work in our rosemary. Again, you can just tuck these in, and that will add some nice fragrance. Also, this Arizona cypress has some nice fragrance to it too. So there is our wreath. I'm going to lift it up so you can see it. And that is done all with natural decorations that's been collected from the nursery. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you and you can make a beautiful creation of your own. This is Mary Kay at Magnolia Valley Nursery. We'll see you next time.